Hey Spartans, welcome to lesson 1.1 for our health unit. We're going to start with a short video on your health triangle, which was activity number 4, and why we started there and what Mrs. May wants you to know about the importance of your health triangle. Wellness class, first off, is the combination of health education and physical education. And our goal is to have overall balanced lifelong health. And to do that, you kind of need both health and PE. Just like that, our health triangle is made up of 3 sides, and all 3 need to be equally balanced in order for us to have good quality health. So our mental health involves the activities that improve management, self-confidence, things like sleep, deep breathing activities, and hobbies that you simply enjoy. Things that promote endorphins and the happy chemicals our body naturally produces when we're doing things we love. That is how you have good quality mental health. Along with those breathing and relaxing activities for when you're stressed out. And I know that a lot of you are stressed out, 1, because of natural disasters, 2, because of COVID, and 3, because of virtual learning and not being in school. So your mental health is where our big focus is these first couple weeks, and it's probably the most crucial part of your triangle right now. And then later in the year, as things kind of die down, we'll be able to focus more on social health if we have the opportunity to go back to school. And then, of course, physical health once we finish our health education portion of our class. Now, some of you might have family members who will tell you there are even more aspects of health, and there are. There's literacy health, there is financial health, there's quite a few. I believe there's actually 8 or 9 aspects, and they're usually put into a wheel. But for the 6th grade, we're just going to focus on the 3. So your social health, your mental and emotional health, and then, of course, your physical health. Okay, so a little bit more about physical. Physical health is the activities that improve your condition and strength of your body. Things like exercising, eating healthy, and staying hydrated. Another thing would be your cardiovascular health, so how much blood and oxygen is moved throughout your body. Your muscular strength, so how much can you move in a small amount of time, and the opposite being muscular endurance, you know, how long can you do a particular activity for. Flexibility and balance is another one, and coordination. And a topic that we may or may not get to, and a lot of people find personally hard to discuss, and I totally understand that, is body composition. So in years past, I have taught body composition, and I would weigh my students and measure their height. As a 6th grader, the only reason I do that is not because I need to know your height or your weight. I will not remember all 500 of my students' height and weights ever, nor will I ever use them to, you know, promote a student or make them feel bad about themselves. When I collect that kind of information, I use it as a way to give you a starting mark to what you were as a 6th grader. And then when you're an 8th grader, if we continue to measure those marks to show you how much you've grown, because many of you might feel like you're shorter than everybody else, or maybe you're bigger than everybody else. Wherever you lie, your body in the next 3 years is going to change drastically. Okay, so if you're worried about that right now, we're on virtual learning. There is no way I'm measuring your height and your weight. I do recommend it if you are the type of person who likes to set small goals and see how you grow over time. It is a great idea to see how tall you were as a 6th grader, maybe how much you weigh if you're comfortable with that, and then to just track it each year. One good way people do that in their homes that I just started doing with my 8-month-old daughter is we found a blank wall space, and then we stand our kid up, and you put a flat, even surface. You can do your pen like this and put it right on their head, and then do a little mark on the wall. You can also do a ruler, which would be more accurate because then you can see that the ruler is even, and then use a pen or pencil to mark that. And it only really takes like an inch of space. You just put a little hash mark and then write their name, and then you could write the date if you wanted to, or how old they are. And it's really fun. always dreamed about doing that as a kid, so I've started doing it with my family just to see where we're at. So we have our dog who is here and our 8-month-old daughter who is right here. Okay, let's talk a little bit of social health. It's really difficult during COVID times and the smoke from the forest fires we just had here on the West Coast, but utilizing virtual tools such as Zoom to get a little bit of social interactions, okay? Your social health involves the activities that improve friends, family, and peer relationships, things like time together and celebrating cultures and traditions. So I had a great conversation at my gym with a senior at South Salem High School, and she said she wasn't really like super excited for Zoom meetings, but she was excited that they were going to allow the seniors to still carry on those typical high school traditions. So I asked if she had talked yet about what they're doing for their senior gift, and she said that was in the works. So seeing her face light up was really cool. So while she does wish she was at her physical high school for her senior year, it's really cool that she's still able to carry on those high school traditions. For those of you who don't know, a peer is like your classmates. So somebody that is your age that you hang out with and have different influences on. Your peers, your friends, and your family are all going to impact your health over time. So that is something we're also going to look at. One of the chapters in our book is called Healthy Relationships. So when we as we move through these next couple weeks, I think we'll kind of focus on our mental health right now. And this week we kind of started talking about and thinking about stress and stress management. Then we'll look at communication, and possibly we might talk about some healthy relationships. And again, that's going to cover friends, family, and peer interactions. It's about all I could probably preview for you for what we're covering in health right now, just because we've had a couple natural disasters and I don't know how many weeks we're really going to get to focus on different activities. So now that you've seen this video, hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity on the health triangle and the importance of that activity, which again was activity number 4. If you still have questions, definitely email me. Here's a quick recap of the health triangle. Make sure when you open that document that you click File and then go down to the 5th option, which is Make a Copy. When you hover over that, you can copy the entire presentation. Once your window opens up a new copy, then you're going to change the title over here in the corner next to that little yellow Google Slides icon, and I would love it if you would put P and then the class period you're in, and then your title will be first and last names health triangle. So like my daughter, if she was in the class, it would be Abigail May's health triangle with the period. We'll say she's in period 1. Okay, once you do that, there's a bright red slide that says this is the teacher version. Once you have your copy and have changed the name, okay, again, that opens in a separate window after you've already opened Google Slides in a separate window. Okay, so it's essentially your second Google Slides window. You can keep that one open and get rid of the teacher one just by exiting that out, so you don't accidentally edit the teacher version, because that one is live on the internet. So just make sure you're really paying attention to that. Then you're going to go to the blank triangle. You're going to put your name on it, your class period, and then you're going to go to Insert, and you're going to add images or you're going to add text to describe where your health is right now. Again, you'll find 3 to 4 pictures for your mental and emotional health, your physical health, and then 3 to 4 pictures for your social health as well. So a social one is really fun because if you have pictures of your friends or you and your family on your computer, you can upload those. If you currently don't have those on your Chromebooks and you have a smartphone, you could take pictures from your smartphone and email them to your school account and then save those to your Google Chromebook. And if you happen to have friends that are in your social distancing group, then you can also do screenshots or open your camera on your Chromebook and take a picture with your friend, and then you can upload that to your triangle. So email me questions you have about that. The next video that we're going to have is going to outlines stress and stress management. And then the third video following that will likely cover grief if we get to it. So please don't stress out. Send me your questions. And today is Friday the 18th, and it is an asynchronous day, so everything is on your own. So please make sure you complete your counselor survey and activities 1 through 4. If you're nervous about the workload next week, you will not have 5 different activities to turn in, okay? Those are just this week. And that is the end of our video for 1.1 on Health Triangle. Bye, Spartans.